Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm very excited to be partaking in one of the many challenges that have been in existence in the history of YouTube. That was long-winded. Today I'm going to be doing the following blanks tutorial, which I know is something that was done several months ago and isn't really in anymore. I was going to do it when it first became a challenge because honestly that's what I do every day, is follow somebody's tutorial to learn how to do makeup. I was going to do it, but I just didn't. Great story, I know. So I was encouraged by one of my viewers, Bree, so thank you very much, Bree, for the idea and the encouragement. So I decided I would go ahead and do it on camera. So today I'm going to be following Brianna Fox's pumpkin spice tutorial that she uploaded 2 weeks ago. But before we get into that, make sure that you hit that big red subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Is it Eastern Standard? I keep thinking that. Is it Eastern Standard Time or just Eastern Time? And without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so today's video that I am going to be following along with the tutorial I'm going to be following is Brianna Fox. It is her pumpkin spice tutorial that she did 2 weeks ago. Now, Brianna is one of my absolute favorite YouTubers. I think she is so talented. She is very instructional, and that's what I love about her channel, is that she actually really does tutorials. So I feel like nowadays people are doing reviews, in which I love reviews. And one of my favorite channels as well is Tati. I love her, but she mostly just does reviews. So I love having a channel that I can go to just for tutorials, and she's very in-depth. She tells you basically everything you could possibly need to know about how to apply makeup. She tells you exactly how to blend out eyeshadow. She tells you exactly what brushes she's using, or what brushes, what size brushes, what types of brushes are best for different things that you do on your eyes. She has a whole video on how to contour a round face. So she's very informative, she's very instructional. I love watching her channel, and I feel like other YouTubers don't really speak about Brianna too much. I never hear other YouTubers talking about her and her channel, so I wanted to show her some love, although I don't really need to. She just recently reached 500,000 subscribers. And yeah, I'm gonna be following along with her pumpkin spice tutorial. I will say that I really am only going to be focusing on the eyeshadow and the lips. So typically when she does a tutorial, she shows you everything. I'm basically just going to be doing the eyes and the lips for this video. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna bring you guys in close and we'll get this video playing. Okay, so I wanted to preface this by saying that I don't have any of the products that she uses in her video. I know that most other YouTubers who have done this challenge or this video have tried to get every single product that the person that they're following uses in their video. I don't have any of the products that she used in her video, but I thought that that would be kind of a good way and a cost-efficient way to show y'all that you don't necessarily need exactly what a YouTuber has in their tutorials. You don't necessarily need to go out and buy a whole palette just to follow a tutorial. So let's get started. I'm gonna get her video playing and we can follow along. So this is something that I typically do just on an everyday basis. This is how I learned about makeup. I just learned by watching YouTube videos and by following along. So I actually do this on an everyday basis. I just don't typically film it. So let's see.
Turned out. This one was extra fun because Makeup Geek actually came out.
Alright, so it looks like she's using a palette from Makeup Geek. Makeup Geek's really known for their individual shadows. She's using a new palette that they have. It's actually called the Pumpkin Spice palette. Like I said, I don't have that palette, so I'm going to be using several different palettes. So the first shade it looks like she's going into is kind of a really almost your skin tone shade that she's putting through her crease. So I'm going to first go into the IBY Beauty Desert Vibes eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to grab the shade Low Key right here. Alright, so what is next? Alright, so then it looks like she's going into this kind of lighter peachy nude shade. Alright, so I'm going to stick with the same palette. However, I'm going to use a shade that in the palette looks like a different shade than what she's using and kind of darker. But on the eyes it'll look similar because like I said, we do have different skin tones. So I'm going to be using the shade Vitamin D right here. And it looks like we're gonna be putting that through the crease. All right, so it looks like she's going into more of a like mustardy shade, but it's got kind of an orange undertone. So I'm actually going to use 2 palettes for this one. We can't have one of my tutorials without the Weekend Festival palette. So I'm gonna go into the shade Hippie right there, the orange shade, as well as I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Modern Metals palette and use this kind of mustard shade. I'm gonna mainly pick up this, but I'm just gonna dab a little, I'm not gonna dab. I'm just gonna tap a little bit into that other shade as well. And we're gonna put that through here, just to kind of orange it up a bit. All right, so then it looks like she's going into more of like a cocoa brown shade. So I'm gonna go back into the IBY Desert Vibes palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Take a Hike. All right, and it looks like she's putting that in kind of the outer V, as well as she's gonna create kind of a spotlight halo eye. So we're gonna put that in the outer corner and the inner corner. All right, so now that we've got that, let's see what is next. So she's going into that cola shade is what it's called. I'm going to go into, I've got so many palettes around me. So I'm gonna go into the Essence Spice Up Your Life palette, and I'm gonna grab the shade called Mulled Wine. All right, so that's kind of a red undertone brown shade. It looks like we're gonna kind of carve out the crease a little bit with that shade. Alright, and then I'm gonna grab that same pencil brush and blend that in. Alright, so now she's taking that same kind of mustardy shade. I'm just gonna take the mustard shade. I'm not gonna mix it this time with the orange. And we're going kind of over the crease a little bit and into the crease a little bit just to blend all of that together.
I'm now gonna go into the color Jack-O-Lantern, which is this bright orange neon shade down here. It really is super.
So she's going back into a neon orange shade. So I'm gonna go back into Hippie right here, and she's putting that through the crease to blend all those colors together. She uses a lot of eyeshadow and a lot of shades. It's not fully necessary to use all of these shades to kind of get a similar look. I think one of the reasons why she uses so many shades is to really get the blending down, to make sure that everything is blended together. So she sometimes uses a shade just to blend 2 other shades together. So she doesn't necessarily use it so that it'll show up, but just to kind of blend 2 different shades together so it's a little more seamless. All right, so now we're gonna go in with some concealer. It looks like we're gonna be creating a bit of a cut crease. So then she's going in with a flat shader brush and grabbing that really gold shade in the palette. Got, I'm like looking into this, there's no mirror. So now that we've got that, it looks like she is also putting a kind of cranberry shade. So I'm gonna go into yet another palette. This is the Beauty Creations Cali Set palette. Excuse me. And I'm gonna grab the shade Martini, this shade right here.
And then right there where the harshness is, what I did is I went in with Shimma Shimma from Makeup Geek. It's a really shimmery, like champagne-y white highlight. And I'm going to use a very small little baby brush. This is the e.l.f. from Sigma, and put it right there on the lid where it meets the darkest part.
Alrighty, now let's fast forward just a tiny bit in her video. After she does her face makeup, she goes back and she does the lower lashes. So let's fast forward and see what she does.
And I'm going to go into the Early Bird shade and just bring it right underneath the eye. I'm looking up so I don't irritate my eyes.
Alright, so now it looks like she is mixing together the two kind of orangey shades. So the ones that I used were Hippie in the Weekend Festival palette, and then Vitamin D in the IBY Beauty palette. So we're going to mix those together, and it looks like she went down on her lower lash line again, but not quite as blown out, not quite as low as she did with the gold mustardy shade. So alright, so then I'm going to go in with mascara. I'm going to be using the Essence Super Curl Volume Mascara. Alright, so for the lips, I'm going to go ahead and put on the e.l.f. Modern Metals lipstick, liquid lipstick. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do we think? I think I did pretty well. I think up here it could have been a little bit, the part that's the light shimmer shade, I think it's supposed to be more of like a line. But other than that, I actually think it turned out pretty well, and I'm very excited about this. So this was kind of out of my comfort zone, and I think it turned out pretty well. Alright y'all, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel before you leave and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and would like to see me do more challenges. I haven't really done challenges on my channel before, but if you would like to see more of those from me, give this a thumbs up and leave that in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.